Today we will be talking about caffeine. So now that I have my coffee, we can talk about the potential health benefits and risks of caffeine and the likelihood of a caffeine overdose to occur. Caffeine is a minor stimulant that occurs naturally in some foods. It is widespread in use and is the most popular and most frequent consumed stimulant. Almost 80% of the world consumes it daily. So let's take a look at the common sources of caffeine. Caffeine comes from coffee beans, tea plants, cacao beans, and other herbs and natural products like guarana seeds and yerba mate leaves. From these ingredients, they make up caffeinated products like brewed coffee, instant coffee, decaffeinated coffee, tea, hot cocoa, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Mountain Dew, energy drinks, and chocolate bars. So now you may be wondering, how does caffeine work? Well, physiologically, it plays a part in the central nervous system. It tricks your brain into thinking that you're not tired. Caffeine blocks receptors in the brain that calm down the nerve cells and stimulates them instead, which causes increased heart rate and increased blood pressure, thus enhancing alertness, casual arousal, and diminishes fatigue. This can be beneficial to those of us who need the extra oomph to start the day. However, caffeine's use as an alertness aid should only be occasional. According to the Food and Drug Administration, a maximum intake of about 2 to 3 cups is recommended. A high consumption of caffeine may not be healthful, which brings up caffeine intoxication. If you take an intake of 500 or more milligrams, it can lead to caffeine intoxication, causing restlessness, nervousness, excitement, insomnia, flushed face, muscle twitching, rambling thoughts and speech, and stomach complaints. In severe cases, it can affect the central nervous system badly, and it can lead to panic sensation, chills, nausea and clumsiness, seizures, respiratory failure, and even death. Now, in regards to those caffeine lovers out there, let's talk about the psychological and physical dependence of caffeine. Is it addictive? Well, yes and no. According to the article Caffeine, Cognitive and Physical Performance Enhancer or Psychoactive Drug, caffeine peaks in your blood system after 30 minutes of intake. After 4 to 6 hours, only half of the effect occurs, which is probably why people keep drinking it in order to maintain that alertness. The good news is that caffeine dependence is limited and relatively minor. There is low abuse and dependence, and it is less likely to interfere with a person's daily life routine. People may think it's addicting when trying to quit cold turkey, as people will usually just experience headaches if they do not have any caffeine, or some depression, anxiety, or fatigue withdrawals every morning. But these symptoms only last for a couple of days. It is not known as an addictive substance like cocaine, which is a harder stimulant drug, which is why caffeine is known as a minor stimulant. Overall, moderation is key. There is no safe level of drug use, and use of any drugs always carries some risk.
Caffeine affects everyone differently based on size, weight, and health, whether the person is used to taking it, whether other drugs are taken around the same time, or the amount taken. Using caffeine with other drugs, including over-the-counter or prescribed medications, can also be unpredictable and dangerous. If intaking caffeine and alcohol, it can cause enormous strain on the body and can mask some effects of alcohol, such as falling asleep, leading to drinking more and risk-taking behavior. If intaking caffeine and other stimulant drugs together, it can increase the risk of cardiovascular problems.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about caffeine, I will have my sources linked in the description down below. Okay, bye!